Wow, it's been a minute. Wow, my hair is a mess. I need to deal with this hair. Hi guys. Michelle. Yeah, I'm actually going live. Um, it's been a minute. Hi guys. I have been stupid sick. Oh my gosh. So sick. Verinia is actually going through it right now. Every single person in this house, except for Richard. Jerk. He is. He's a total jerk. I'm pretty sure it's influenza A this round at least, because friends of ours that had the exact same symptoms got tested, and it was influenza A. So it's probably what it is. We have been sick on and off for 5 weeks. I think it's approaching 6 weeks for the kids. It's insane. It's ridiculous. So it's like we get better and then we get worse, and then we get better and then we get worse, and then we get better and then we get worse. But this last round was the most fun. Bella had 103.8 degree fever, and she actually broke that on her own. I gave her some ibuprofen for the pain. I try not to treat fevers. I'm going to let them go as long as I possibly can. So, yeah, I'm alive. And my children are all alive, too. Do me a favor. Say hi. Tell me where you're watching from and what part of this storm that reached from the very tippy top of the United States down to the very bottom of the United States did you get hit by? Did you end up with rain or just clouds or blizzards, or like what did it do to you? We got about 7 inches probably last night. Hi, Tom. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Patty. Hi, Blaze. Hi, Uncle Big Guy. Hi, Michelle. Tom, you only ended up with rain. It rained here for 24 hours. I was so worried it was going to end up turning into a just slick sheet of ice out there. I'm watching my emus run and splash, and I'm going, oh, please, no, don't break any legs, don't anything. But then it just snowed right on top of it. Kathy said in Mississippi got tornadoes. This storm was insane. It was horrible. Beautiful Brookings, Oregon by the sea. We had high winds and lost power for many hours. Oof. Yeah, no fun. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Amy. We got rain and about 1.5 inches of snow about 2 hours south of me. Yeah, we got almost 7 inches. I looked out this morning and my bird bath had a decent amount sitting on top of it. Blaze said maybe had some showers during the big storm and had a really big downpour the next day. You ready for the leaf? This thing is amazing. I should probably go grab the whole plant, shouldn't I? I'll go grab the plant here in a second. This is a rose geranium from Poland. I'll bring it over here so y'all can see it. I don't even know how old this plant is. But I was told that this plant, if you take the leaves and you fold it over, wrap it around, and then squeeze it so it starts to break down a little bit, gets a little bit wet and moist. Then put it in your ear. This has antibiotic properties. Okay, so go hand it to him. This part sticks out, so you hand it to him. He takes it like this. He's going to shove it in his ear and twist it and just smash it in there. It's nice and cold, and it should help it feel better in a little bit. Okay, so go take it to him. Try to keep it, yeah, like that. Good job.
Yeah.
It smells. It's very almost astringent to me. It's amazing. So I'm right in the middle of Wisconsin. I have a dog that is wrapping his head around my desk leg. I have no idea. Bonnie said I'm in a different system. up in Anchorage, Alaska, but we now have had 3 different big snow dumps of a foot or more in just over a week. It's a little intense. I'm gonna go grab the plant, which is like on the other side of my computer. So it's not like I'm gonna be gone for very long. Pardon me, doggies. Pardon me, excuse me, doggies. Oh, keep it down. Keep it down. Don't let the fan take off the head of the plant. This is the plant. The magic plant. This is the magic plant from Poland. Hang on, I'm gonna go put it back in the window. Go doggies. Go doggies. The magic plant. Pardon me. Excuse me. Handsome boy. Beautiful girl. A friend of mine said that, 14 inches. Hi, Anne. I'm sorry. I was struggling with the ear infections. I went on antibiotics because my ear infection just, like, it got bad enough. And we were trying to do Northeast South Dakota. My son is at Ellsworth Air Force Base. That's where they're stationed in South Dakota. We tried like the garlic ear oil drops, and it just wasn't enough to overcome mine. So the pain was bad enough. I ended up on antibiotics, which did not work. Like they took the edge off, but they did not get rid of the infection. So one of my original members from my Mighty Network, a friend of mine, he said, "Do you remember that plant you stayed at my mom's house?" And I was like, "Which one?" There was a bunch of plants. And he's like, so he told me where it was. And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, that plant cures ear infections. How does that plant cure ear infections? And he said, "I don't know, but my entire life, if ever I had any problems with my ears," he goes, "or anyone else, if they had any problems with their ears, she would take a leaf off and wrap it up and pack our ears with it. And after a couple of days, there's no more ear infection." He's like, "Do you want me to see if she'll give you some of that plant?" Yeah, I do. Because I need some of that plant. So I made about a 7-hour round trip to go pick up some of this plant. And I got there and she had already pulled off some clippings for herself. And she was like, "I don't need it." She's like, "You take the whole plant." I was like, "Yeah, I will take the whole plant." So I brought the whole plant. 7 hours round trip to pick up this magical plant from Poland. And she said it's never flowered. Most rose geraniums will still flower. So I don't know. I do not know what it is about this plant, but I felt it was worth the trip. Yes, mullein is fantastic for colds and flus. It helps to break up the congestion in your chest. If you have asthma, just inhaling the mullein can actually help to open up your airways. You can also do a poultice on top and put the mullein on top with a warm compress to kind of help drive it deep in. I recommend mixing it with peppermint. I actually have a little jar that I made an infusion of coconut oil with this geranium. I pulled off a bunch of leaves. I did geranium, the mullein that we have that's dried, and then the coconut oil, and I did that on the stove for, it was probably about an hour that I had it, not on a simmer, but just like below a simmer. Had that going. And then after I pulled it out and I strained everything, I added a couple of drops of peppermint oil. Having something like peppermint or garlic can help drive whatever it is in the item deeper into your skin and get it better into your bloodstream and into your system. So depends on what it is. For some things I'll do garlic, for some things I'll do peppermint. So that's what I've been rubbing it all over my face, in my nose. I've been rubbing it on my chest. You will stop arguing over my daughter. You will stop. The doggies are very grumpy at each other right now because they want to lay together on Verinia. Come here. No, both of you. Climb out. Just one. This big doofus head. There's a big doofus head. Look at that big doofus head. He's so handsome. And he's got these giant, like, bat wing
satellite years.
No. I got both of them. Go puppies. So we did for our tea for this cold flu thingy. We did, I would do a tea with the fresh geranium, the mullein, a bag of echinacea, and then a bag of, whatever else you wanted. Hey, I will kick you guys out. You don't stop. The stronger you make the tea, the more potent and the more powerful it's going to be. So I had like 4 things in my tea, and then I would do just the regular 6 to 8 ounces of water and then drink that as quickly as possible. I made a new ear oil because the stuff that you buy from the store isn't super potent. A friend of mine has heirloom garlic, which is extremely powerful. So she brought me over 3 cloves of heirloom garlic. I ended up making an infusion with, what did I use for? I think I used liquid coconut oil for that one. So I did liquid coconut oil, the geranium, and the mullein, and the garlic. And I made an infusion of that. I let that go for a long time. It went for hours, honestly. It went for a long time. And then I strained that out. And because it has the garlic in it, it doesn't need the peppermint. So I bottled that. And that's our new ear oil. Oh, no, I didn't put the mullein in that. No, sorry. I put the mullein in that. I didn't put the geranium in that because I wanted to use the geranium leaves to pack in on top of the oil. So that's why I didn't do that. Sorry, I misspoke. Lisa said it's snowing there again. Supposed to start supposed. You guys have noticed I don't say supposed. I always say supposed. Always. I don't know why. My husband says I dear. I say supposed. Yeah, it's starting to flurry a little bit here.
It has been for a little while now.
It's been flurrying a little bit. I think it's supposed. I think it's going to be harder. I'm going to look for mullein in the spring, or is summer better? My girlfriend has nettle on her land, and I'm going to get the same for her. Nettle is a good one too. Oh, nettle is amazing. And what's really cool is that wherever you have nettle growing, you may have jewelweed that's growing close next to it. That's what's really amazing about nature, is that you can have the antidote and whatever else it is right next to it. So they'll work together, because either poison ivy or stinging nettle will end up with jewelweed close to it. And jewelweed is beautiful and just so delicate. And I love it, but it makes amazing infusions for any kind of skin conditions that you would get from touching stinging nettle or poison ivy or rashes, eczema, anything like that. The jewelweed can actually help. So I have an oil infusion of jewelweed as well. I think I did olive oil for that one. I don't know why. Like, I did olive oil and I was like, I think I'm gonna stick with coconut, because olive oil goes rancid so easy that it's really not super worth it. Wendy said rain there. But yeah, so it's been insane. I got good and sick. I felt absolutely terrible. My fever was never too bad. Mine was like 101, 102. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, Vernia got to 102, possibly 103. Bella got to 103.8. She is the winner. So mullein, the mullein. I legitimately was outside yesterday or 2 days ago doing some chores, and I saw mullein still alive. I was like, that is insane. You can do it all the way through late fall. It was incredible to find it. There's 2 different forms, 2 different stages of the mullein. In the first year or 2, it's going to be flat. and it's going to be low down to the ground. And either at the second or third year, just kind of depends, it'll have this giant stalk that comes up out of it and has these beautiful yellow flowers that grow off of the top of the stalk. I do not have any videos out yet about all of the recipes, but I think that's exactly some of the stuff I'm going to start doing videos on. I'm going to start showing each of my my little concoctions, whether it's a no, you will stop, whether it's an infusion or if I did it with a tea or however it was that I did that thing. I'm going to bring those out and probably just pick like 3 of them to talk about per video so that I can show people, you know, how to do it. This is what you would do. You would put it on this and then let it go a little bit. So I'll probably do that with this geranium because it's big enough. I need to repot this geranium like today. I need to repot this geranium. But we did everything we could to fight this with plants. And honestly, I think it did amazing. So the recipes that I got, I didn't really actually get the recipes. It's more of the concept. I have a book. It's called the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. But then I also went to Patriot Nurse's. She has a course that she does. It's medical 101, 201, 301, and then medicinal herbs. I actually have the Lost Ways. I have that book. I have a lot of those books. Are they over here? I don't know if they're over here. Oh no, there was a thing. Oh. I have. Can you unbury that book for me, love? So here's this one, The Self-Sufficient Backyard. Yeah, unbury that for me. I'll come grab it. And then The Lost Ways, helping you learn to live off of the land and without the pharmacy and all that kind of stuff. Hang on. And then this one. Doggies. And then this one is The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. So this is the other one. But I learned so much at Patriot Nurse's training. That's actually where most of the concept for a lot of these things came from. And then I got another book while I was there at her training. This guy. Herbal Home Healthcare. So these are incredible. And once you start thinking about plants as medicine, it changes so many things because it was really funny. As the kids would come to me, literally every day was a new symptom. Every day was something different. And so I would have to go, okay, what do we do now? What's really nice about things like mullein, it doesn't matter what kind of cough it is or what kind of congestion you're having, the mullein will help. And whereas like with homeopathy, you have to be extremely specific. It's this cough with this symptom and it does it this way. And like, there's a different remedy for if you have one cough or 2 coughs or 3 coughs. Like there's a different remedy for each one of those situations. So you have to stop and listen to see how someone's coughing to give them the remedy. Having all those remedies on hand is not something that I am able to do. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to make you cough. I'm not trying to make you cough. But I can make them a mullein tea, or I can do a poultice that has the mullein in it and then put it on their chests. Things like that. So it's been really cool to kind of try to combat this in as many natural ways as possible. I ended up having to do the antibiotics for my ear infection, but honestly, I don't think it helped. I don't think it was worth it. I think I got more sick afterwards because my immune system had been messed with because my bacteria had all been killed off. So I am going to do everything I can to fight the ear infections, and the kids without the antibiotics. I've actually been taking these geranium leaves and sleeping with them at night. I've been putting one in each ear every night, and my ears are almost completely clear. Verinia last night, she told me her ears were really hurting. She was like, yeah, no, I need the leaves. So she put those in last night, and I came in and she goes, I think it worked. She was like, I took them out and I actually thought about putting more in there because it felt so nice. They kind of tickle a little bit, and they kind of like you want to mess with it. So I'll just like take it and like push it and kind of rub it a little bit. But the magical plant from Poland really did make a difference. So rose geranium is what that is for anyone who wants to know. I grabbed the whole plant when she offered it to me. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to replant, repot it. I'm going to trim it down. I am going to make dried and powdered preparations. I am going to keep more than enough of it to where it's growing, but she said it grows really fast. It's never flowered. So I don't know if it's just a different kind, or I don't know. I do not know enough about plant husbandry to understand why this rose geranium has never flowered. But I've got one kid right now laying down on the couch. He was totally fine, had outdone all of us girls. We were all sick, and he's just like, well, I'm bored, because he was completely fine. And then he started not feeling great yesterday. And what's nice, Richard works nights. So on his days off, he stays up all night, which means I can actually sleep when I'm allowed to sleep and when I don't wake up coughing. But so last night, Noah ended up getting sick and he ended up throwing up, but Richard was up to help take care of him. So I got to sleep in through that. Woke up at 3:00 this morning, hacking and coughing myself. That tickle, like that feather in the back of your throat, that tickle, driving me nuts. But yeah, so it's been really cool to try to fight all of this stuff as naturally as possible. This is week 5 for me, Alan, of being sick. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. I want a refund. This was horrible. It was. Your dog is broken. Do you think she got herself stuck?
Highly likely possibility.
She probably got herself stuck. Send me a close-up pic of the leaves so I can look it up and try to find the variant. Okay. My geranium. Let me see.
Why are you so sad?
Is she stuck?
No, she's fine.
Oh.
She's just a baby.
Okay.
Ah.
Woo! Come on. I'm trying. I swear I'm trying, Blaze. I'm trying. It's not working. I already have one picture on it, but it's not letting me do it. Hang on. Let me go take another picture of it. Oh, they did get the duck out. That could be why she's broken, because they have the duck out. So, because she wouldn't stop. She wouldn't stop quacking. Oh, there will be a video about the pet duck. Y'all have a pet duck. Hang on. Hi, Barb. Let me go take a picture of my geranium. No, do not help. Do not help. Not helping. Not helping.
Behave, puppies.
It needs new potting soil. It's very sad. You can kind of. Okay, that one's better. That one's better. Message to my trusty assistant. Okay, there we go. Like 70 years old or something.
What
60, 70 years old. And
else? That's bad for you.
quack, quack, quack. Dude, I have. Because that's what I have. I should start doing Instagram. I'm buffering. Of course I am. I'm so bad about Instagram. Maybe I will do duck stuff on Instagram. That's what I should do. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm surviving. I made it. We're all healing. I came out of this with a pet duck. Yeah, there'll be a video on the pet duck. That's what's going to happen. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I got sick kids to deal with, but I will be doing videos on tinctures and recipes and things like that. I'm actually going to be talking a lot more about this probably over my Mighty Network. That is still up and going. There is a free area for anyone who wants to just kind of hang out in a place where you won't get chastised. If you eat something slightly off plan, you won't be yelled at. You're allowed to eat whatever you want. There's a free area. There's also the VIPs where we get together 3 times a week. When I'm not dying, I actually missed the last 3 meetings and it's been so frustrating. But my awesome moderators and other coaches have been able to take the meetings for me and cover that up cover me for that because wow, it was crazy being that sick. So what's your eating plan that day? I've been away for a few weeks. I might do a video of what I eat in a day, but I don't usually answer what I'm eating on like the big public stuff. I have been sharing that over on my Mighty Network though, with the VIPs. I've been telling them what I've been eating, sharing that a whole lot more because it's just kind of more of a close-knit community and I don't feel like I'm going to be chastised or yelled at for the way that I am eating. Because Lord knows there's a lot of that. We are self-entertaining. So glad. I've missed you guys, Wendy. Oh my gosh. Like 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. Oh, and I got my affiliate with Harvest Right. So the Harvest Right videos will be coming up too. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go check on my sick kiddo. And I know that there's something else. Oh, I'm making...
Leave the plant alone.
I'm going to squish the dogs. That's what I'm going to do. Normally, they don't bother the plant.
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah. In general, would be low carb. That would be my answer is low carb. I had someone tell me, well, that's why you got sick because you're not carnivore anymore. I got sick when I was carnivore too. I actually got sicker when I was carnivore. So, and I still haven't figured out Mighty Network. Mighty Network is my nemesis, by the way. It's horrible. So, anyways, I will be live again next Thursday. More videos will start coming up. You guys can let me know if there's something specific you want me to talk about. Now, I know you guys would love to hear about the infusions and teas and things like that. And I know you guys are waiting on the freeze dryer. Mine's going right now, as always. But there's going to be an entire freeze drying video where I go through and I'm going to make my broth that I made with Bella as my second episode. I think it was my second episode. And I'm going to show you how I freeze dry the entire thing. I use absolutely every part of the chicken, including the bones, so that nothing goes to waste. And we have the best fertilizer or calcium supplement or dog food additive, dog or cat food additive. So I'm going to do all of that. Oh, Blaze says she thinks it looks more like a wild geranium than a rose geranium. So go try to find yourself a magical Polish geranium plant. I wonder if the regular rose geranium would work. I don't know. All I know is that it was magical and I don't have an ear infection anymore and I'm super happy. So thank you, Blaze. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hear my children hacking and coughing in the background. I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you at the next live in a week. Please hit that like button if you found value in this video so that you can let YouTube and other people know that this is worth watching. And I will see you guys in a week. Bye, everybody.